Chinese by blood, Filipino by heart. Hashtag Dugong Chino, Pusong Pinoy is brought to you by Federation of Filipino-Chinese Chambers of Commerce and Industry. Owishi Oh Wow. Dash Cargo, propelling possibilities. BA Securities, your trading partner in Asia Pacific. AgriPro Premier Nutrition Inc. Peak Sports Philippines. Nation Paper Products and Printing Corporation. Chua Bang Tang. Jimmy C. Aningo.
The Chinese Filipino community in Cagayan de Oro City, you can see a lot of emphasis on family.
We're very proud of our great-grandfather because he helped so many people.
Fortunately, Filipinos would patronize businesses owned by the Chinese. Thus, we thrive ultimately.
It is always the obligation of the Filipino-Chinese live in Cagayan de Oro that we also have to help them in any way. If you can remember the Camiguin Island, which my parents were there before the volcano erupt. So fortunately, after the volcano eruption, most of the Chinese transferred their residence to Cagayan de Oro. So this is the time that the Cagayan become bigger and bigger, and then until it became a city.
Many Chinese came from China. They are poor, but they are hardworking, industrious, patient. They eventually established their business. Yuwa helped many Filipinos when his business was successful. Yuwa is original from Khong. During his 15th generation, they transferred to Anhai due to poverty. He and his brother were forced to sell their ancestral home. After selling their properties, transferred to Hosan. In Hosan, they stayed for 3 years. His brother worked as a teacher, while Yuwa as selling tauhu. 3 years after, they moved south to Manila, Philippines. In Manila, since his brother is educated, was able to work as a manager in one of the big businessmen. Yuwa, after a few years, came to Cagayan de Oro. Because of the credential of his brother were able to send goods to him. So he started a business in Cagayan de Oro. And until such time, the business has grown so big. They have so many branches in Agusan, in Cebu, and different municipalities. Then after that, when the business is successful, at the age of 38, and find his lifetime partner, Tan Kam, there. Then he went back to Anhai to buy back the properties. That's the reason why in Cagayan de Oro, most of the Chinese are from Anhai. Because he's from Anhai, he brought a lot of people to assist him. His business, build the house, almost all are in Anhai. You know, people are contributory factor to the progress of a city. And in fact, during Yuwa's death, according to Father Demetrio, the historian, almost all the people in Cagayan de Oro were black.
Growing up as a Chinese Filipino in Cagayan de Oro was actually very natural. My father always told us that when you do good things to others, the blessings will be benefited or reaped by generations. So I think I am in that generation where you reap really good things. Growing up, I think it was very instilled to us the value of diligence, the value of education, to live simply, speak honestly, to help quietly. You're very industrious growing up because we see that in our parents.
I grew up in that house, the brick is 2 feet thick. These were both brought to China by boatload of bricks.
The history of that brick house actually because during the 1980s, those were the spark of the revolutions between Moros and the Spanish regime. So in order for Yuwa to actually protect his goods, he built that stone house that's supposed to be fireproof. It lasted for centuries. Over the wars, it also housed or sheltered our ancestors, his friends, the locals, even the patriots. So I think for me, it symbolizes a lot about endurance. And if you look at history as well, the family has endured a lot. From those times in China where they really had a hard time surviving, they had to sell all their properties, taking root in the soils of Cagayan de Oro, to the 6th generation actually right now. So it's a symbol of endurance, it's a symbol of assimilation, it's a symbol of friendship. I think it's a little bit sad to actually feel like it's a very distant past. There's this only one way that we could actually feel connected, and that's when stories are passed on from generations to generations. The legacy of Siat Yuwa is actually very significant to us, but mostly his values, how he helped, also inspires us to actually keep continuing this kind of character for CDO.
Chinese by blood, Filipino by heart. Hashtag Dugong Chino Pusong Pinoy is brought to you by Federation of Filipino-Chinese Chambers of Commerce and Industry, Dash Cargo, Propelling Possibilities, AgriPro Premier Nutrition Inc., Nation Paper Products and Printing Corporation, BA Securities, your trading partner in Asia Pacific, Peak Sports Philippines, Chua Bang Tang, Jimmy C., Aningo, Cosmopolitan Memorial Chapels and Crematory, Ursao, Dermisay Incorporated, Philflex Wires and Cables, Japan Parts Trading Center, Evergreen Cereals, Tanyan Key Foundation, East Ocean Palace Restaurant, Tiger Lim Events, GB Shoes, Versailles Palace Alabang Events Place, Mass by Green EPH, Water Care, Ford Tractor Philippines, your long-term agriculture partner, Hoa Trading Corp, Zespri, High Top Supermarket, Royal Shark's Fin Seafood Restaurant, Golden Fortune Seafood Restaurant, CW Home Depot, Poland Hopia, OSK Tools USA, Chinese Filipino Business Club Inc., Federation of Filipino-Chinese Association of the Philippines Foundation Inc., Philippine Jinjiang General Association, Jersey Haven, Ana Maria Lam, Enrique Chua, Ang Kian Hyong, William Goshako, Mary Nang, Uy Shokpo, G2 Global, Verleo Catering, Wonderful Trading, MGM Industry Inc., Grand Family Association of the Philippines Inc., Sharon Tan, Thomas Kua, Esther and Danny Lee, Nung Family, Lee Pue Chin and Jensen Chua.
Anong anghang choice mo? Sarap! Anghang! Spicy at sweet and extra hot. Oishi prawn crackers. Choose your anghang.
Oishi potato fries. It's cheesy to love.
Chinese by blood, Filipino by heart. Hashtag Dugong Chino Pusong Pinoy.
I was born in 1958. We were enrolled in a Chinese school. During the time of my father, Khong School is another area there, and then because the students are multiplied, so we have to expand the Chinese school. So during that time, my father was the chairman of the board of trustees. So with the help of his member, they look for another bigger area, and that's that during that time they built the Khong that we visit today.
This year, Khong School is celebrating her 88th founding anniversary. So it was founded in 1937. Now, before 1937, there were two Chinese schools, namely Chonghua and Huachao. And upon the advice of the Filipino-Chinese community, the leaders of the Filipino-Chinese community, there's two schools merged, and now this is known to be the Chonghua School. Now we have, of course, the language and culture program, which is integrated in our curriculum. So we offer Mandarin from nursery up to senior high school. We celebrate Chinese festivals. We also send students to China and also to Taiwan in order to enrich themselves about language and culture, because by appreciating, we become better individuals. We are bridging two beautiful cultures. And this is for harmony, this is for peace. So imagine we have more than 1,000 students at present. So forming them, molding them to appreciate the cultures of others, the language and heritage of other people. This is a beautiful opportunity for them to become instruments of unity and harmony.
Well, the Chinese school, like Oro Christian Grade School, forms a vital role in shaping the future of the Chinese community here in Cagayan de Oro City. Oro Christian Grade School is just one of the two Chinese schools in Cagayan de Oro City. It started 40 years ago exactly from a small Chinese church called Cagayan Gospel Church, where the leaders had this vision of establishing a distinctly Christian school with quality Christian education. We do teach also the cultural practices of the Chinese, as well as the celebrations. And so we embed that in the education. Language that is taught is largely academic, but we do want to bring it up another level, which is to aim for students to be able to be proficient in speaking the language and understanding the language that is Chinese. Outside of the classroom, there are opportunities for them to travel, to have study tours in China as well as in Taiwan, where they get a fuller view of a country that is actually Chinese speaking, and they practice outside. On the other hand, we do encourage them to take part in activities in the community as well, where in the City Hall, we help promote the Chinese culture through the celebrations of the Chinese New Year and the China National Day. Part of our dream that they would contribute to nation building, that they would build a better Philippines because of the skills, the education, the experiences, and the culture they have as a Chinese Filipino.
San Lorenzo Ruiz Filipino-Chinese Catholic community. We have decided somehow in 1993 to really express our faith together, because before the Chinese people were going to churches, in different kinds of churches in different parts in Cagayan de Oro. Then we said, let's build a community, and then later on we built this church. Well, this community was built on the idea that when we were first put together, we had already our kind of spiritual formation. We asked the people to really teach our people and to really teach them how to live as a Christian life. What I admire of the Chinese is their perseverance, and the Chinese has really persevered in their faith, that they have understood. You see the growth in their life and how much they appreciate their Christian life. And this is really very inspiring to see them. Let us not forget God in our lives, and let us not forget that we are in a beautiful place called Cagayan de Oro.
Chinese by blood, Filipino by heart. Hashtag Dugong Chino Pusong Pinoy is brought to you by Federation of Filipino-Chinese Chambers of Commerce and Industry, Dash Cargo, propelling possibilities, AgriPro Premier Nutrition Inc., Nation Paper Products and Printing Corporation, BA Securities, your trading partner in Asia Pacific, Peak Sports Philippines, Chua Bang Tang, Jimmy C, Aningo, Cosmopolitan Memorial Chapels and Crematory, Ursao, Dermisay Incorporated, Philflex Wires and Cables, Japan Parts Trading Center, Evergreen Cereals, Tanyan Key Foundation, East Ocean Palace Restaurant, Tiger Lim Events, GB Shoes, Versailles Palace Alabang Events Place, Mass by Green EPH, Water Care, Ford Tractor Philippines, your long-term agriculture partner, Hoa Trading Corp, Zespri, High Top Supermarket, Royal Shark's Fin Seafood Restaurant, Golden Fortune Seafood Restaurant, CW Home Depot, Poland Hopia, OSK Tools USA, Chinese Filipino Business Club Inc., Federation of Filipino-Chinese Association of the Philippines Foundation Inc., Philippine Jinjiang General Association, Jersey Haven, Ana Maria Lam, Enrique Chua, Ang Kian Hyong, William Goshako, Mary Nang, Uy Shok Po, Petromax Enterprise, Yalex Shirt, Vecco Paper, Filipino-Chinese Chuancho Association Inc., Federation of Filipino-Chinese Alumni Association Inc., Albert Ko, Leonard D., Lim Gyokyan, Teresita and Edison Tung.
Kahit na sobrang busy mo at bugbog sa pagod, hindi ka sumuko at sa akin ka nagpahinga.
Chinese by blood, Filipino by heart. Hashtag Dugong Chino Pusong Pinoy.
Here in Cagayan de Oro, the Filipino-Chinese group in Cagayan de Oro is very much felt because they are doing business in one street, long stretch of street in Cagayan de Oro. And so their presence in Cagayan de Oro are very much felt, especially in the business sector.
The usual Chinese businesses here in Cagayan de Oro would include hardware stores, accommodation establishments, retail, and other businesses that sell automotive parts. Chinese establishments or Filipino-Chinese establishments are adept at running businesses. So when you have more of these businesses, more jobs are being created, and people are earning. And again, there's more activity going around. And when there's more activity going around, it creates a bustling and vibrant environment.
I am the owner of this business founded by my parents. Because I am now advanced in age, I have already started relegating the reign of the business to my children. I grew up when China was still growing as a superpower. Thus, I would generally say that being a Chinese was really a misfortune at the time in the year 1960s. It was really common at the time to be laughed at, heckled as insik wakang and insik polichina. It was very traumatic as a little boy, and I just want to become a Filipino and assimilate with other Filipino children. The community suddenly and slowly changed their perceptions of us when China was becoming a superpower. Filipinos consider Chinese educations and languages as advantageous in terms of employment, and trade opportunities. Our grocery store is the flagship of our businesses. Then my father started the hotel business. We used to be a small over-the-counter grocery store here in Cagayan de Oro until such time that we transform businesses into self-serving store where our customers pick up their choices. We thrive so that most of our competitors followed us. Thus, you will now see so many self-service stores here in Cagayan de Oro. I started our laundry business, the bachelor pad, and the real estate business. I would say that doing business here in the Philippines is not that difficult for Chinese people. For as long as we maintain to be law-abiding citizens, we would always thrive given our culture and discipline.
Growing up in Cagayan de Oro, it's true to its name. We are the city of golden friendship. So the Phil-Chi community is very tight-knit. We know everyone. Everyone knows everyone. The Oro Bayanihan establishment started off as a humble fishing supplies and dried fish store in the year of 1961. Over time, it grew into a general merchandise store selling machinery, various farming equipment, and most importantly, it breathed life into different establishments like Pearlmont Hotel, several other gyms, a water refilling station. Pearlmont Hotel started in the year 1998, and since then we've opened doors to many guests outside of Cagayan de Oro and Cagayanons. So we've become sort of like a landmark or a hallmark for celebrating special events, gatherings, and even corporate get-togethers. I'd like to say that the Bayanihan group naturally leans towards familial processes when it comes to running the establishments. I'd like to say it's very Chinoy of us since we like to confide in each other and play according to the strengths of the family dynamics. So personally, for me, it's very important that the new generation or my current generation aspires and motivates everyone around us and the next generation to come to really remember our traditions, because even though there are new ways of going about things, new technology that could be useful, it's always best to consult with the traditional ways which have worked for centuries and to kind of incorporate them slowly, even in this fast-paced world. And I guess that's where you get the best of both worlds.
本人是第二代，在 Cagayan de Oro 市，家父林文海战后就来这里开始做生意和写成家庭，到现在80年了，我们到了是第4代。就像这家酒店已经有58年了，经过3代。
So Deluxe Hotel opened its doors in May 30, 1967. And due to its initial success, it expanded in 1977. And through the years, we've constantly added facilities, rooms. We've constantly upgraded our system. My grandfather was the one who started Deluxe Hotel. And I don't know how he did it, how he managed it, but it's pretty amazing to be able to create something when you have basically nothing. And through the years, through the constant efforts of my family, we've managed to take Deluxe Hotel this far. I'm proud to say that we are one of the Tourism Pillar awardees. We feel this sense of pride whenever we hear people say, "Oh, Deluxe Hotel, it has been there since forever." You know, we are a part of Cagayan de Oro's history.
As Chinese-Filipino businessman, I am very much influenced by our Chinese cultures. We tend to be service-oriented and we tend to be responsive to the needs of our Filipino patrons.
I believe that our story really reflects the resilience and the adaptability of the Chinoy community. Because, you know, a lot of Filipino-Chinese families moved into Mindanao with nothing at all and built establishments from ground up. And many of these establishments have now become icons and landmarks in the city, contributing to local development, providing jobs. So I want our legacy to truly be about empowering everyone around us, especially the newer generations to come. So that above simply just expanding the businesses, but touching other people through inspiration.
我希望请菲律宾人和所有的华人来Cagayan de Oro市来访问，同时了解华人住在这里地方的环境。
Chinese by blood, Filipino by heart, hashtag Dugong Chino Pusong Pinoy was brought to you by Federation of Filipino-Chinese Chambers of Commerce and Industry, Owishi Oh Wow, Dash Cargo, propelling possibilities, BA Securities, your trading partner in Asia Pacific, AgriPro Premier Nutrition Inc., Peak Sports Philippines, Nation Paper Products and Printing Corporation, Chua Bangtang, Jimmy C, Aningo,